Picking all of the vegetables in our garden and canning peaches and canning tomatoes and making homemade salsa. And you get to miss all of that.
Check this tomato out that I'm picking.
What in the world?
Well, that's you, Al.
There you go, Al. Pick
it.
That looks amazing. How's it tasting? What are we doing this morning?
I'm headed to work.
Okay.
Early morning.
Yep, it's a Saturday and Brevin's heading to work.
I don't have to close.
And that means we're heading to work because it's Saturday. We're gonna get some work done around the house and we are going to do a lot of canning. Picking all of the vegetables in our garden and canning peaches and canning tomatoes and making homemade salsa.
I get to
And you get to miss all of that, but you get to
enjoy
checking everybody's groceries.
that too. I was gonna say enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, that's
Literally.
right. We might have peach shakes, or you might have
shakes.
salsa tonight. Okay.
Sweet.
See you later.
Love
Bye. Love you.
I'm gonna go dump these.
That's just from one plant.
Yep.
I'm a little bit sad this year. We planted 3 Jackby little pumpkin plants like we did last year, and last year they produced an amazing amount of pumpkins. But this year, after we came back from our trip to California, it appeared that our 3 pumpkin plants fell victim to squash bugs. And so you can see the aftermath. They did not survive, and they just, yeah, the pumpkins rotted on the vines. This one tried, you what?
I did save 3 of them over there.
Oh, that's right. Jason did manage to grab 3 off of the vine. It looks like this last plant here tried to bounce back, but not in time. The trade-off is this. Ella, do you want to come show everyone what happened in the front yard?
Yeah.
Okay. We had something really unexpected happen in our front yard. Let me go show you. You'll have to check this out. Early on in the summer, we noticed a plant growing in our front. Did we plant this plant?
No.
But it has grown and produced full-sized pumpkins.
And then another one is growing.
Is there another one right there?
It's big.
Isn't that the funniest thing? We just let it keep growing to see what would happen. When one door closes, somewhere a window is opened, right?
Another one. Another door is open.
I know. What I mean is we had many pumpkins that we intentionally planted that died off, but
And there was,
In their place, we ended up with 2 large pumpkins. And how do you think that happened?
I think it was because my barfing pumpkin, one of the seeds, because my barfing pumpkin was right here. I think maybe a bird took it, or maybe the wind blew it over right there, and then after the year, it started growing and now it made a giant pumpkin.
So that's our best guess. Ella had carved a pumpkin with the mouth open, and she had pulled out the guts and the seeds and had them dripping over the side of the pumpkin and kind of dripping on our porch steps. We think that's that might be where this pumpkin plant came from. We're sure glad it grew, because we can count on at least 2 pumpkins on our porch this year. Well, 5 with those other 3 that we pulled off of the Jack B. Little vine before those all died.
But they rotted.
Did they rot, the little ones?
No.
Yeah, Dad pulled them off probably a month ago. Oh. Yeah, those don't look so great. But you know what? If we put them on our porch facing that direction, no one will ever know.
And if they do see it, it's fine.
Or you could make these puking pumpkins, because they look a little sick.
Check this tomato out that I'm picking.
What in the world?
It blossomed into 4 different tomatoes.
Oh my goodness, that's bizarre.
Are we gonna eat it?
Isn't that cool?
Are we gonna eat it? Because
That is way cool.
It looks like a Demogorgon.
Looks like a squid mixed with the little chompy stuff from Plants vs. Zombies.
Uh-huh.
That's cool. I don't know if we eat that one. We gotta like
I don't know what we do with that one. I don't know if I'd want to eat it. It's like a
mutated.
Mutated tomato.
Okay, I think we got it all.
So this was an interesting year for our vegetable garden. It was a late wet spring. It took a toll on our pumpkin plants and our peppers. Our salsa garden is missing half of the ingredients. We're gonna have to go grocery shopping and pick up some peppers. It was a good year for tomatoes, bad year for peppers, bad year for squash. Our pumpkin plants didn't do well. Our zucchini plant even took a hit. Our cucumber plant gave us like a couple of cucumbers for salad here and there through the summer, but it was just kind of weird. But I think it was a bumper crop year for people that have fruit trees, because I'm seeing them all like, look at this. My brother and sister-in-law gave us all of these peaches. So, and I'm seeing other people offering up their peaches. Some years it's good for some crops and some years it's not so good. But anyway, we're gonna get busy on this, but we have a soccer game of Ella's to go to. So we're gonna go to that, then go get some groceries, get home and get
New socks.
salsa-ing. We're gonna get canning and salsa-ing. I had a friend post on Instagram today that it is officially put a sweater on in the morning and regret it in the afternoon weather. That's the season we're in. And I put a sweater on this morning and I regretted that decision because we're coming to a soccer game and I had to change.
Ella, to the middle. Just watch your line.
Get it.
Here you go.
Get it. Boom. Hey.
Yeah.
Good job, Blue. Good.
Who kicked that, Ella?
Hey, girls.
Yes.
We have one on the side.
Ella.
Ella stayed in the middle where she should be.
Ella.
And then we're able to pass
Did
it
you
in
kick
below
that?
So remember, don't chase the ball all the
Nice
way
job.
over on the side. Stay up here.
Don't wait. Oh, nice kick.
Pass, Ella. Good luck. Good.
Stay with it. Stay with it.
Okay, so Esme, let's see. And defense,
She's getting in there today.
You want defense? You want a middle defense, right? Okay, and Lily.
Follow it, Ella.
Good, Emmy. Good. Keep going. Back to the middle now.
You, El. That's you,
There
El.
you go, Ella. Big
Boot
kick.
it. Oh.
That's game. We are home from the game and I have got my stuff set up to get to work on the tomatoes and peaches. And what I've decided to do is start on the peaches because I need to clear this counter space so that we can make the salsa. These are lemon Alberta peaches, I believe. I just put them in a bath to kind of get all of a little bit of the fuzzy off. Because they are lemon Alberta, the peel just comes right off. If it was a different type of peach, I would probably have to blanch the peaches to get the skin to come off. That's actually what I'm going to be doing with the tomatoes later, and I'll show you that, but these ones just peel right off. They come off nicely. So I cut them in half, cut them into quarters, peel the quarters, and then cut each of the quarters into halves. I put them in my strainer bowl so that I can rinse off any excess fuzzies, and then I will put them in a little bit of lemon water bath and prepare them to freeze. So that's what we're gonna do with that. These are the tomatoes that we've decided to can because they're really good blemish-free tomatoes, and then these are the tomatoes that we're gonna use for our fresh salsa. But we can't get to the fresh salsa until we get all the peaches out of the way. So that is job number one, priority number one, get the peaches ready to freeze. Once I have the peaches sliced and peeled, I rinse them in the colander, and then I put them into, this is kind of like a lemon water bath. For every 2 cups of water, I put in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and I just make sure that it's all covered. This helps preserve the freshness, the flavor of the peach, and keeps it from turning brown. And then I just place them onto cookie sheets and then spread them out. You don't want them freezing together into clumps. Put them like that on a cookie sheet, stick them in the freezer for 4 to 10 hours or whatever. Once they're frozen, then you can use a spatula to get them off the cookie sheet and put them into plastic bags that I label and store in the freezer for future use. That's how we're gonna make use of all of those peaches that we have. All right, well that took entirely too long to do all those peaches. I'm finally done. It's
6:30 on the
It's almost 6:30 and we still are just starting on the tomatoes. So Jason is helping. He's gonna chop up the tomatoes for the salsa, and I'm going to blanch the tomatoes that we're going to bottle, but I don't know that we're gonna get to bottling them tonight. We are gonna get them peeled though. So that's what we're doing. Woo woo! So fun! So that you can remove the skin nice and easily, all you have to do is cut a small X in the bottom of your tomato. It doesn't have to be really big, and it doesn't have to be deep. And after you do that, you place the tomatoes into a pot of boiling water for about 30 seconds. Remove them from the hot water straight into ice water, and you'll see the skin just peels right off. I think I shared this in a video last year, but this is something that was a game changer for me. You just need to know this information if you're ever needing to remove the skins off of tomatoes. It's life-changing to know that you can blanch them and they come off so easily, especially with the Roma tomatoes. That's my preferred tomato for canning purposes. They're nice and firm, they're meaty, they don't have a lot of seeds, and they chop up nice and easily, so they're good for that. And I think they're pretty flavorful. I'm putting these into the pot of boiling water for 30 seconds. And then when I'm done, I fish them out with this spoon and put them into cold water the skin just peels right off. And then I can core it, slice it up, and we can have all the tomatoes for blender salsas, chili, and any like spaghetti sauce, anything like that. But see, just as I was talking, I took another skin off. Easy peasy. That looks amazing. How's it tasting?
It's getting better as I go.
Yeah.
Every sample I've had is good, but
Every ingredient that you add.
every ingredient I add just adds a little bit better taste to it.
So what are your go-to flavors that your must-haves in your salsa? This is a question I'm asking for the viewers. My must-have in fresh salsa, I think it has to have cilantro and salt. I like salt.
We've got some lime juice in this. We've got some garlic salt, jalapenos, Anaheim peppers, 2 whole onions.
And of course, garden fresh tomatoes is what makes it the best.
You better try it.
Okay?
How'd I
That's
do?
good. That's good.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. I like the kick.
Doesn't need to be stirred anymore.
That's
I
really
thought
good.
that mixed good.
No, that's delicious.
Okay, I don't want to go overboard on the salt.
That's really good. All right, so it looks like we're gonna have salsa for days.
Ooh, it's got some kick to it.
I like it. I like the kick.
One more sample.
The moon just came up from behind the mountain, and isn't that appropriate? It's the full moon, the harvest moon.